Good evening and welcome to the Milford Select Board meeting of July 15, 2024 at 6 p.m. in Room 3 of Milford Town Hall. The first agenda item tonight is the signing of the warrant.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion we sign the warrant for June 24th, 2024.
I second that, Mr. Chairman.
And I would make that unanimous. Next the item on the agenda is the approval of the regular session minutes from June 24th, 2024.
Chairman, I make a motion we approve the regular session minutes for June 24th, 2024.
And I second that, Mr. Chairman.
And I would make that unanimous. And the next on the agenda is the approval of the executive session minutes from June 24th, 2024.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion we approve the executive session minutes for June 24th, 2024.
And I second that too, Mr. Chairman.
And I would make that unanimous. Next on the agenda is public hearings. There are no public hearings scheduled this evening. So we will move on to agenda item C, which is scheduled appointments. There are no scheduled appointments as well this evening. So we will move on to agenda item D, which is the town administrator's report. Mr. Valani?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Two minor items today. As I'm sure the board knows, the new Pheno Field pool did open last week. There's been one policy change that I'd like to inform the public. Parks Director James Asam has advised me that there will be no fee for senior citizens, and that is anyone 60 years of age or older. If you have any questions, please either contact Mr. Asam, or you can look on the town website for the pool schedule and fees. I just want to also inform the public that National Grid will be conducting helicopter visual inspections for their transmissions lines starting today. Milford does have a line that National Grid will be patrolling near the Medway town border. The work will be Monday through Friday for approximately 3 weeks. The patrol will be done at their normal height and speed. They will have an internal team in the back of the helicopter with the door removed, and there'll be a handheld camera. So the helicopter is a gray and blue MD 500 with a tail number N748CB. So if the public has any questions or there's any issues, they can reach out to me, and I can reach out to National Grid directly. And that's all I have tonight, Mr. Chairman.
Rick, if we could, only because I
Yep.
found out Sue Clark was involved, I believe, in the amendment for the seniors to the pool. I believe that.
I think her and Dino made the suggestion, yes.
Yeah.
That's what I believe.
Yeah, maybe a thank you.
Sure.
To just having the seniors, interested at the forefront of their mind.
Sure.
Much appreciated.
From us senior citizens here.
Yeah, well, all of us. Yeah. Just,
We all meet the age and then some.
special thank you to anybody that was involved, and it was.
Sure.
Sue, please.
Yep.
We try not to remember that, but I think it also included people that had a valid handicap,
I believe that's true, too. Yes, yeah.
just to make that point.
Yep.
Right.
Any other board member?
No.
Okay, next agenda item is agenda item E, old business. Does any member have any old business?
I do not. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I do not, Mr. Chairman, either.
Okay, and I do not as well. Next agenda item is F, which is new business. Under new business, our first item is the IT director's presentation on promotions within his department. Chris?
Selectmen. So this became a slight afterthought. I had gone through the process this past year of working to get my staff reclassified, as I was last year, for the additional work of taking on public safety, more so the support of the police department and their operations and their systems. And I went through all the proper pieces, personnel board, so on and so forth, and completely forgot about the select board approval piece. I believe wholeheartedly in my staff. We are a tightly knit group, and I want them to see the benefit of working under me, as well as the benefit of their hard work they've put into this job.
Okay, thank you very much. Tom?
I actually don't have any questions. I know that, as Chris George mentioned, he came in as the technology director, the IT director, and he did take on the responsibilities of not just police, because police and fire are blended. It's the same system of automation, and when you look at, he's not just doing IT in the sense of computers, he's very much involved, as we discussed at other meetings, radio systems to ensure safety of police officers, firefighters, and more importantly, or most importantly, the people they serve to protect the general public. So we've looked at the movement of different satellites to, enhance those communications, particularly as it relates to, as we added more apartment structures. So he's really taken things to another level and has made a huge difference. And I know that his staff has worked very, very close with him likewise. So beyond impressed. I think that he is not only taken each of these departments to another level, he's taken his staff as well. Everything he said in that memo, I firmly believe in more. I think that the memo is actually a bit of an understatement of the work he has invested in his staff to help not only mentor them, but to really increase, in their mind, the capabilities across town government. So I'm in full agreement of everything he's recommended here. I don't have any questions at all, based upon just our everyday observations, discussions with the town administrator, the police chief coming in, the fire chief coming in before this board and expressing their opinions of how things are going and the direction that, especially how IT has helped them move forward. Let alone here in Town Hall, you don't have the hiccups. Things are going well. So I'm in full support of his recommendation.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you, Mike. Thanks, Tom, too. And thank you, Chris, too. Very well written, very well explained, and like Tom mentioned, too, no questions on the reasons why, that the individuals need to be reclassified. Again, just the importance of a well-functioning IT is very important, not only to help our residents, pay their sewer fees and taxes and things like that. That helps us, and also is very convenient for the residents. Public safety is also one of the utmost importance that keeps them, it keeps them informed and keeps them, with real-time data, as well as other departments to help out residents when they have a complaint or a concern or something that they need more of education on. Like I said, it really helps in really a town that's committed to this, what do they call a smart town? And where they say a smart town is what puts their residents first. And that's what this IT does. It actually puts their residents first, as well as this board and all the other department heads as well. So again, you got my full support on this as well. Thank you.
Thank you. And if I may, I don't want to repeat everything that was just said, but I want to say a special thank you to you, Chris, because to my left is our former police chief, and as he stated, in his department, they had their own IT director and kind of their own IT world. To my right and myself, two former school committee members, and there was always a hiccup, and there was never, a common ground, and, everybody trying to get under one roof. And under your leadership, you've been able to do that. And when you were asked to take something on, You never said no, you just took it on, and to the point where, everything you have taken on is very successful. And I appreciate you taking the time to write this letter, but things that I want to point out, and I will not mention any names, but as you know, because you were around, there was a little hiccup, and right here in your letter, you say, since his time worked with me, he has now demonstrated time and time again that he has what it takes to be a manager. Well, that comes from your leadership. There's an old saying, it starts at the top and it works its way down, and that's an example. And then you go on to state to your other technician, David, started out as a technician. However, his background, his technical skills demonstrate his ability to manage our systems efficiently and completely, and has great organizational skills. Again, that's working, with you. I don't want to say under you, with your direction, your guidance. You're able to take the IT departments in this community that you're responsible for and bring them where they really need to be. And so, again, I just want to take time to say thank you. And I couldn't agree with you more, everything that you said about your employees, and I would wholeheartedly support this as well.
Thank you.
So thank you. Motion, please?
I make a motion that we approve the recommendations of IT Director Chris George.
And I second that, Mr. Chairman, as well.
And I would make that unanimous. And again, thank you very much.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
And thank the other employees.
I will. Thank you.
That's for sure.
Next item under new business, I'll start with a congratulations to our town administrator.
Yeah, this is kind of just a formality. By the bylaw, I am a member, but it was recommended that the board just do a formal vote to appoint the town administrator, myself, the position to the school building committee.
Motion to appoint the town administrator.
It's great satisfaction that I recommend the town administrator to serve on the
And
high
I
school
would
building
gladly
committee.
make that unanimous.
I'll see you there, Mike, at the end of the month.
Okay, and next on the new business is a common vicular license for the Coffee Bar. The Coffee Bar is located at 189 West Street, Unit 8. Its current use is a coffee shop. Under our department head review form, we have the building commissioner. Building is accessible. Town planner, okay, no change of actual use. Treasurer collector, there are no outstanding liens on the property. Fire chief, no objections. Police chief has approved. And the Board of Health states there are no violations as well. So again, this is a common vicular license for the Coffee Bar, which is located at 189 West Street. Looking for a motion, please?
I make a motion that we approve the common victual license for the Coffee Bar, 189 West Street, unit number 8, which is located right opposite Dairy Queen. And from all accounts, they've been doing very well, and I wish them all the best.
Same here. Second that.
And I would make that unanimous. And our last item on new business is the town council host community agreements with Sierra Natural Incorporated / M1 Enterprises. We waiting for Brian?
No, actually, I can
Okay.
illuminate on this if it's okay with the board. Basically, the proposal is very simple. It's just going to allow the adult production license to remain at 13 commercial, along with the adult cultivation license, rather than the transfer to 5-7 industrial, which was done with the prior amendment. The group taking over the adult cultivation license at 13 commercial decided they would like to continue the production license activity there as well. Sierra Natural has no objection to this. Both are already located and operated at 13 commercial, so it doesn't result in any change as far as the operation at the location, and no change of location applications had yet been filed with the Cannabis Control Commission. So basically, it just puts them both there. Brian did work with Attorney John Fernandez. He also worked with, the gentleman's name's escaping me, but the gentleman for M1 Enterprises. All the agreements have been approved and again reviewed by Brian. So that's all this would do. And I do have the originals for the board to sign here.
Thank you very much.
Chairman, I move that we approve the recommendation of Town Council concerning the host community agreements, Sarah Naturals, Inc., M1 Enterprises, LLC.
I second that too, Mr. Chairman.
And I would make that unanimous. Okay, next agenda item G, which is invitation to speak. Is anybody in the audience for invitation to speak?
We have no one on Zoom.
Not seeing anybody and nobody on Zoom, we will move to agenda item H, which is correspondence. Does any member have any correspondence?
I do not, Mr. Chairman.
I do not either, Mr. Chairman.
And I do not as well, and with that, I will motion for adjournment.
I make a motion that we adjourn, Mr. Chairman. We had an executive session at 5 PM. So I make a motion we adjourn the regular session.
I second that too.
And I would make that unanimous, and with that, I will say goodnight to everybody who is watching. Thank you very much. And hope you continue to have a safe summer, and thank you very much. Good night.
Good night.